Welcome back, everybody. Back with another haul of movies, both DVD and Blu-ray, both new and used. Went to Dollar Tree. Where else did I go? I had to go back to America's Thrift. I was calling it American Thrift in my previous video. America's Thrift to return one of the DVDs that I got in my last haul, because come to find out I had it. Can't remember if I said that in the video or not, but the Little Rascals, I discovered that I already had bought previously, I think at Barnes & Noble for $5. So took that back, exchanged it for another DVD, and I bought 2 more DVDs. Technically 2 more, but you'll see that later. Also, Five Below and Walmart. Most of what I got, I keep looking over there because that's where I have the movies, but I guess we'll start with the largest haul, and that's going to be the Dollar Tree haul. We went and checked just one of the locations, the one that's furthest from us, that's where I got the Frank DVD at my last haul. They had so very little the last time we went, but we were over there, so we decided to check, and they had a lot more, and actually found a lot more DVDs. So this is going to be the biggest part of the haul, and I kept everything in the bag so that way I would know where everything came from. I think most are DVD from this stop. So I'll start with the one, yeah, there's a couple Blu-ray. So I'll start with the Blu-ray. So first thing we got with Blu-ray, we have a very Harold and Kumar Christmas. I've never actually seen this one. I've only ever seen the original Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, but for $1 I decided to pick it up, and Neil Patrick Harris is in this one as well. So this is, what is on my finger? What the hell is that? What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So, back with another DVD and Blu-ray haul. Some are new, some are used. Went to a couple places this past week. Hit up another Dollar Tree, Walmart, Five Below, and America's Thrift. I was calling it American Thrift in my last video, but it's actually America's Thrift. And discovered in my last haul of movies from there, the Little Rascals DVD I actually already own. I'm not sure if I put that in that video or not, if I realized it in the video or realized it after. But yeah, already had the Little Rascals on DVD that I bought a couple of weeks prior at Barnes & Noble for $5. So took that back and exchanged it and got a couple more actually. My girlfriend and I, we stopped at the Dollar Tree location that's furthest from us because we were over in that area. We went to a couple shops that day, Target and whatnot. Decided to stop in there just to see, if they had anything good. That location was actually the location that had nothing, or had very few DVDs and stuff the last time we went, when I picked up the Frank DVD. But this time they actually had a bunch. They had a whole end cap that was full of the DVDs and Blu-ray. So my haul is mostly DVD, but I did get a couple Blu-ray. So we're going to start with that. Like I said, Dollar Tree, America's Thrift, Walmart, and Five Below. We're going to start with Dollar Tree, and we'll start with the Blu-ray. First up we have a very Harold and Kumar Christmas. Haven't seen this one. I've only ever seen the original Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. Decided to pick this up because I picked up the double of the White Castle and the Escape from Guantanamo Bay last time. Decided to pick this up because it looked interesting. Danny Trejo's in it. Neil Patrick Harris is in it. Doesn't have a whole lot of... doesn't have a synopsis on the back. It just has special features, an extended cut, a couple of the little vignettes and stuff on there, and a couple of little screenshots. That's how I know that Danny Trejo is in it. And Neil Patrick Harris is back. Let me turn off my TV here. So that's awesome. Looking forward to checking that out. And then I found the Twilight Saga New Moon. I do not have this one. And I was able to find it on DVD, which is great because... Or Blu-ray, excuse me. I was able to find it on Blu-ray because the ones that I got in my last haul were Blu-ray. So happy about that. Then next up, that's it for the Blu-rays. Now we're on to the DVDs at the Dollar Tree. First of all, we got Krampus. Very popular movie. It has a lot of good reviews. I have actually never seen it, surprisingly. Did not realize it had been out for so long. I remember whenever it first came out, whenever they started showing the trailers and stuff, I was really interested in it because I'm a big horror fan. I know it's more of like a horror comedy, but I've heard a lot of good things. My girlfriend actually bought this one because, she wants me to see it, and she's seen it and she enjoys it, and she knows I want to see it, so we're gonna watch this soon. But if you've never seen it, it's got Toni Collette is in it. There's someone else. I'm trying to think. Somebody else that I saw in the trailer for it. Toni Collette's in it. That's one of the big ones of the movie. But it says, when this dysfunctional family clashes over the holidays, young Max is delusional and turns his back on Christmas. Little does he know, this lack of festive spirit has unleashed the wrath of Krampus, a demonic force of ancient evil intent on punishing non-believers. All hell breaks loose as beloved holiday icons take on a monstrous life of their own, laying siege to a fractured family's home and forcing them to fight for each other if they hope to survive. Like I said, I've heard a lot of good things about this one. I'm looking forward to watching it. Then next up, we got the Ghostbusters Answer the Call, the all-female Ghostbusters movie. I liked this enough. Of course, it doesn't hold up to the originals by any means, but I enjoyed it enough to pick it up for $1. I actually really enjoyed it. It's not perfect by any means, but for $1, I went ahead and picked it up. And basically, if you want to know, it's more of a remake of the original Ghostbusters. It's just with an all-female cast. I mean, I won't read any of the synopsis or anything about that, but yeah, I decided to pick that up for $1. Next up, never seen this one. It's called Max. Big dog fan, and it just seemed like that type that a movie that I would enjoy. The only thing that scares me, and my girlfriend pointed this out, it says from the director of Remember the Titans and the producer of Marley and Me. So if you know anything about Marley and Me. Anyway, it says Max, best friend, hero, Marine. And of course it's got a sticker so that I can't see the full synopsis. So I'll go ahead and gonna go ahead and open this one so we can read it. It says Max, a precision-trained military dog, serves on the front lines in Afghanistan until he loses his handler. In the line of, and then it says U.S. Marine Kyle Wincott in the line of duty. Traumatized, Max is sent stateside where the only human he can connect with is Kyle's brother, Justin. The pair strikes up an unlikely friendship as they unravel a mystery that may deliver more excitement and danger than they bargained for. So, I think I've actually seen the trailer for this movie, and it looks like something. I think I remember seeing it and saying to myself like that, I think that would be something I would enjoy. Because like I said, I'm a big dog person, love dogs. and a lot of movies about dogs and stuff like that. So next up, I picked up The Man of Steel, Henry Cavill. I saw this. I've seen this one time and I enjoyed it. It's got some good moments in it. Russell Crowe is also in it, and the other guy, cannot remember what the actor's name is, but he's been in a lot of things. That fellow there. So pardon me, Michael Shannon. That's what his name is. It's also starring Kevin Costner, Diane Lane, Lawrence Fishburne. But yeah, so basically, a young boy learns that he has extraordinary powers and is not of this earth. As a young man, he journeys to discover where he came from and what he was sent here to do. But the hero in him must emerge if he is to save the world from annihilation and become the symbol of hope for all mankind. Like I said, I've seen it one time. I enjoyed it enough to pick it up. I own a bunch of the other Superman movies. I own Superman Returns. I own Superman 1 and 2 with Christopher Reeves. So, next up we have the Ouija Experiment. My girlfriend taught me to buy this one because she's seen it before and she enjoyed it. She said that this one's good, the rest of them suck, but that this one is good. So I decided to pick it up and say, what the hell, we might as well, check it out. We have a lot of similar tastes when it comes to movies, so especially when it comes to horror. So, but yeah, based on true events, the Ouija Experiment tells the story of 5 friends who decide to record their experiments with a Ouija board. This found footage film follows the 5 friends as they reach out to the spirits, but when they break the first rule of Ouija boards and leave without saying goodbye, they inadvertently invite the spirits into their lives. As the spirits hunt down them one by one, the remaining friends must uncover the truth behind the spirits' deaths and destroy the board before it destroys them. Sounds interesting. Creepy artwork on the cover there. In the same realm of things, a movie I haven't seen, but I had heard people talking about this. Jack Goes Home. I've seen a couple other people on YouTube picking this up. It's got Rory Culkin in it. And, what's her name? I'm drawing a blank. Lynn Shay. There we go, Lynn Shay. It says Jack Thurlow's world is turned upside down when his beloved father is killed in a brutal car accident. When he returns to his childhood home, Jack discovers nothing is what it seems, with devastating and terrifying results. Like I said, sounds interesting. Got Rory Culkin in it. He's a pretty good actor in my opinion. So, and the plot or the synopsis or whatever sounds good. All right, next up we got Batman: The Killing Joke. I'm definitely more of a Marvel fan, a big Marvel fan. But I have a soft spot for Batman because Batman was actually the first superhero that I liked as a kid. He was the first one I was really introduced to with Batman Returns, the movie Batman Returns, and the animated series. So, my girlfriend has seen this. She says it's really good. I was also drawn in because Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. Kevin Conroy comes back and voices Batman. Mark Hamill is the Joker. And I enjoy both of those guys from the Arkham games. The Batman Arkham games. Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight. So, I was sucked in definitely to check this out. But, it says from the executive producer Bruce Timm and based on the acclaimed DC Comics graphic novel Batman: The Killing Joke, is a journey into the dark psyche of the clown prince of crime. Follow his humble beginnings as a struggling comic to the fateful encounter with the Dark Knight that changed everything. Now escaped from Arkham Asylum, the Joker sets out to prove that one bad day can make anyone just as insane as he is. With the Joker's sights set on Commissioner Gordon, can Batman stop the demented plan in time? Featuring a gripping prologue spotlighting Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl, and featuring the return of Kevin Conroy as Batman and Mark Hamill as the Joker, and Tara Strong as Batgirl, witness the birth of a supervillain, the fortitude of a hero, and the punchline that will leave you speechless. So, and I've always loved that image of the Joker. So looking forward to checking that out for sure. Next up, could not pass this up. I really love the DVD's loose in there, unfortunately. But yeah, Alvin and the Chipmunks meet Frankenstein. Big fan of Alvin and the Chipmunks. Growing up as a kid, watching the TV show, and of course you've got all the songs. But this one here, I really enjoy this one, and it's great for around Halloween time to pop in and check out. So I couldn't pass this up, especially for $1. But says this one's got the little like barcode sticker over where I can't see. There we go. Can't read the back here. It says when the world's favorite mischief makers meet the world's most famous monster, it's love at first fright, and Alvin and the Chipmunks meet Frankenstein. Join Alvin, Simon, and Theodore in a song-filled animated adventure that's so much fun it's scary. While working at a movie studio tour as featured performers, Alvin and his brothers can't resist exploring the park's star attraction, Frankenstein's castle, which has been taken over by what appears to be the real Dr. Frankenstein and his beloved monster. Soon the Chipmunks and the monster collide in a wild and wacky laugh fest you'll want to watch over and over again. So really happy to pick this up and add to my collection of movies that I'll watch around October, around Halloween time. The disc is a little scratched up, little surface scratches from being loose in there, unfortunately. But yeah, get a little drink of water. All right. Next up, we've got Life. Got Jake Gyllenhaal, Rebecca Ferguson, and Ryan Reynolds. I actually saw this one a few weeks ago at Big Lots for $5, and was gonna pick it up because it sounded interesting and the cast really got me. Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds. Recently saw Rebecca Ferguson and Dr. Sleep, and really enjoyed her in that one. So yeah, let's see. Life is an intense sci-fi thriller about a team of scientists aboard the International Space Station whose mission of discovery turns into one of primal fear when they find a rapidly evolving life form that caused extinction on Mars and now threatens the crew and all life on Earth. I don't know. My girlfriend's seen it. She says it's not, it's okay. But I mean, again, for $1, it would cost me more than that to rent it. Digitally, it would cost at least $3-4. So, excuse me while I make a little noise. So I figured, pick it up. So I'm glad I found that one for sure. Alright, another one that I was super happy to be able to find was this one here. Double feature of All About the Benjamins and Money Talks. All About the Benjamins, I saw it one time and enjoyed it. I like the chemistry between Ice Cube and Mike Epps because of they were Friday, next Friday and Friday after next that they starred in together. They have good chemistry. Yeah, I like them as a duo. But the one that I really wanted was Money Talks, and this is one of the ones I saw a couple of people find in their YouTube videos while they were out at the Dollar Tree looking, and I was like, I want that one. I've seen it before. It's not great. It's not a lot of people know about it, but I like it. I like, again, talking about chemistry. Chris Tucker and Charlie Sheen had good chemistry. Chris Tucker is hilarious in this movie, and Charlie Sheen is actually pretty good in this movie too. He's pretty funny, but he's more of the straight man. He's more of the serious of the two, and Chris Tucker is the one that brings the comedy. But again, we've got a sticker on the pack covering up the synopsis here. Let's see. It says, with All About the Benjamins, it says, let me go ahead and just take that off. All About the Benjamins. We got Ice Cube and Mike Epps are the driving force in All About the Benjamins, a high-style, high-impact action comedy about a top dog bounty hunter and a 2-bit hustler. Then brace yourself for an explosive action and full-scale assault of comedy and mayhem when Chris Tucker and Charlie Sheen team up for double the trouble in money talks. Doesn't really tell you a whole lot about the movie, unfortunately. Pulled up IMDb. Let's see. That movie was actually came out in 1997. Wow. It says, Chris Tucker is a small-time con man who instantly becomes famous after a murder. Wanted dead or alive, his only hope is a journalist named James Russell, played by Charlie Sheen. So that gives you a little bit more information about what it's about. But I mean, I guess I gotta go by that because I haven't seen it in such a long time. I just know that I really enjoyed it. I've seen it a few times, but it's been a long time since I've actually watched it. So, all right, last two here. We've got Nature Boy. This is the 30 for 30 ESPN doc about the Nature Boy Ric Flair. I think everyone knows who Ric Flair is, whether you are a fan of professional wrestling or not. It's the same as Hulk Hogan. Everyone knows who Hulk Hogan is. Everyone knows who The Rock is. Everyone knows Nature Boy Ric Flair. Had to pick this up for sure. Have not seen it. I've watched previous little documentaries and stuff about Ric Flair over the years. Some produced by WWE. Some, most, I think, produced probably by WWE. But yeah, it says here, I gave my entire life to the wrestling business. I paid the price. That's a quote by Ric Flair. It says, ESPN Films, Nature Boy bears the soul of someone whom millions of fans think they know. Propelled by two rousing yet brutally honest interviews with Flair conducted 16 months apart, the film traces his epic career from the creation of his blonde Adonis character through the glory days of the NWA and the Four Horsemen, to his poignant last years in the ring. Serving as witnesses are a who's who of wrestling: Triple H, The Undertaker, Baby Doll, Shawn Michaels, Jim Ross, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Sting, and Hulk Hogan. It was Ric Flair who popularized the boast, if you want to be the man, you gotta beat the man. In this film, you'll get to meet the man. Really looking forward to checking that out. And it's cool that it's not only a documentary, but it's an interview with himself, and it's, got the words of some of his colleagues over the years. Big legends like The Undertaker and Triple H and stuff like that, so that's cool. Last but not least, we got the Police Academy and Police Academy 2. I know for sure I've seen these movies, but it's been a really long time. But I mean, they're very well-known movies, comedies. So I had to pick this up. Definitely had to pick this up. Let's see. It's a double-barreled dose of Police Academy laughs, lunacy, and mayhem. First up, a class of inept would-be cops suits up for action, the original hit that spawned no less than 6 sequels. Wow, I did not realize there were that many. Pretty sure I've not seen all of them. Then the cadets graduate to a whole new level of crime-fighting hilarity in the Police Academy 2, their first assignment, with stars including Sex and the City's Kim Cattrall. We've got Steve Guttenberg, and more. These two Police Academy outings serve up a comedy and a class all its own. So yeah, that right there concludes the haul from Dollar Tree. Maybe the last Dollar Tree visit. The only other two movies that I would like to find, or that I'm really interested in like on the hunt for, I've seen people find Conjuring and Conjuring 2 on Blu-ray. That would be cool. But there is the haul from the Dollar Tree. Next up, we've got America's Thrift Store. So these are going to be used movies. Excuse me while I make some more noise with bags. But yeah, I took back the Little Rascals that I already owned, and luckily they do an exchange thing. And I picked up, I don't know, there's a couple here. Because of course, while I was looking for a replacement or an exchange, I saw a couple other ones that I wanted. So, first up, we've got Dances with Wolves, Kevin Costner. This movie's caught a lot of flack in recent years just because, the fact that it's a white man basically becomes a Native American Indian and you're brought into the tribe and everything, and the fact that, it's a love story. He falls in love again with another white woman that's a part of the tribe. So, there's some controversy in this movie in recent years, but I really enjoy it. I own it digitally. Bought it a little while ago for pretty cheap, but want to own it physical too. But if you've never seen it before, it's a really long movie. I'll tell you that. It's 3 hours long, I think. I'm looking at the 1990, 181 minutes. And it says, sent to protect a U.S. outpost on the desolate frontier, Lieutenant John Dunbar, played by Kevin Costner, finds himself alone in the vast wilderness. Befriending the very people he's sent to protect the outpost from, the Sioux Indians, Dunbar slowly comes to revere those who he once feared. But when the encroaching U.S. Army threatens to overrun the Sioux, he is forced to make a choice, one that will forever change his destiny and that of a proud and defiant nation. It's a great movie, though. I watched this when I was actually really young, and, a lot of it went over my head. It's been quite a few years since I've seen it. But, it's a good movie. It's one of Kevin Costner's best, for sure. Next up, we've got Congo. I know this is another one of those. I think it's you either love it or you hate it. A lot of people, I think, when it came out, because of the way it was advertised as being the next Jurassic Park, that a lot of people were expecting more, and it hurt the movie. But I always enjoyed it. I saw it for the first time when I was really young, and so let's see. It says from the best-selling author Michael Crichton of Jurassic Park fame comes an adventure of pulse-pounding action and breathtaking views. When an explorer's quest for a diamond mine ends tragically in the Congo, his father and the operations CEO sends Dr. Karen Ross, played by Laura Linney, into the jungle to continue the hunt, maybe for his son, but definitely for the diamonds. To keep her goal confidential, Dr. Ross tags along with a devoted animal researcher, played by Dylan Walsh of Nip Tuck fame, who is Africa-bound to return his gifted gorilla Amy to her natural habitat. They are joined by a mercenary, played by Ernie Hudson, who acts as their guide, and a money-hungry explorer, played by Tim Curry, searching for a fabled treasure in the mythical lost city of Zen. Soon, the expedition turns into a safari of suspense. Someone in the jungle is watching their every move, turning the hunters into the hunted. In the heart of the Congo, fear has never been more primal. Really good cast. I had forgotten about Tim Curry being in it. Now that I read that, I remember his role in the movie. But I really enjoy this movie, though. Like I said, I think the comparison to Jurassic Park and the marketing and stuff really is what hurt that movie, because it's real hard to live up to the hype of Jurassic Park and the success of Jurassic Park. So yeah, those two there, America's Thrift Stores, their DVDs are $1.50 each, which is awesome. And then this one I found, this one cost me $4, but it's got 4 movies, so got them for $1 each. So we've got iRobot, we've got Independence Day, Jumper, and In Time. Independence Day I actually already own, but the other three wanted to pick up. I think they're all really good movies. A lot of them I think are underrated movies. And it's kind of funny the Independence Day being, in the group with those, because I feel like Independence Day is one of those that people talk about, in such a positive way, like being like a beloved sci-fi action movie. And the other three not so much. But you got iRobot with Will Smith. In Time was one that really surprised me. I really enjoyed it. I only saw it one time, so I'm looking forward to giving that a rewatch. And Jumper was one that I really enjoyed too, and I think that was one of those that didn't get a lot of praise because of Hayden Christensen, everyone hating him because of the Star Wars prequels, but, And the text is so tiny on this box. My God. I won't read the thing about Independence Day because I think everybody at this point knows about Independence Day. But we've got iRobot. It says superstar Will Smith rages against the machines in this mind-blowing sci-fi action thriller. When a scientist, played by James Cromwell, is found dead, robophobic detective Del Spooner, played by Will Smith, suspects an advanced robot committed the murder. According to the 3 laws of robotics, however, a robot can't harm a human, but rules were meant to be broken. This suspenseful tale of the future questions whether technology will ultimately lead to mankind's salvation or annihilation. And that one's 2004, 114 minutes. I like when it's right there where you can see the year and the time. Technical difficulties there. Let's see. We got In Time. Every second counts in this sexy, stylish action thriller. I don't know why it says sexy, because I don't know any part that was sexy about that. Justin Timberlake, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, stylish action thriller starring Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried. And in the future, where time is literally money and aging stops at 25, the only way to stay alive is to earn, borrow, steal, or inherit more time. But when a poor working class man, played by Justin Timberlake, is falsely accused of murder, he teams up with a beautiful heiress, played by Amanda Seyfried, and must figure out a way to bring down the corrupt system before their dwindling life clocks run out. That one was from 2011 and 109 minutes, if anybody wants to know about that. Last but not least, we've got Jumper. It says, from the director of The Bourne Identity and Mr. and Mrs. Smith comes the evolution of extreme. I'm not so sure about that, but they always hype these things up in the descriptions. David Rice is a young man who knows no boundaries, a jumper, born with an uncanny ability to teleport instantly to any place on Earth. When he discovers others like himself, David is thrust into the midst of an ancient war. Now David's extraordinary gift may be his only hope for survival. And that one was 2008 and 88 minutes. So yeah, so that is the ones from America's Thrift. Of course, I go in with one DVD to exchange, and I come out with 2 more. Well, technically, I guess I came out with more than that, because this one's cool. This pack I really like is every movie is on an individual disc, so that's always cool. And especially for me with having not keeping the cases and putting them in like a sorter kind of thing, that makes it much easier to be able to advertise them. So next up, we have Walmart. We have Walmart. I was going to say the Walmart haul, whatever. Walmart pickups. All right. First of all, I've been wanting to pick up this one movie for a while, and I finally found it. I've been watching it on Amazon for a while, and it's the same price on Amazon, but we've got a double of Christmas with the Cranks and The Holiday. Never seen The Holiday, never really wanted to. Maybe I'll watch it now. But I want A Christmas with the Cranks because for some reason I like it. It's just one of those movies that you don't really have to think about too much. And I really like Tim Allen, Jamie Lee Curtis, Dan Aykroyd is in it. Let's see, for Christmas with the Cranks, when their only daughter Blair leaves the family nest, Luther and Nora Crank, played by Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis, decide to book an island cruise to beat the Yuletide blues. And why was everybody got to be a poet? To book an island cruise to beat the Yuletide blues and just skip the holidays. But their decision to boycott tradition has their whole neighborhood in an uproar. When Blair calls on Christmas Eve to announce a surprise visit with her new fiancé, the Cranks have just 12 hours to perform a miracle and pull themselves and their neighbors together to throw the best celebration ever. And then with the Holiday, Iris, played by Kate Winslet, is in love with a man who is about to marry another woman. Across the globe, Amanda, played by Cameron Diaz, realizes the man she lives with has been unfaithful. The two women who have never met and live 6,000 miles apart find themselves in the exact same place. They meet online at a home exchange website and impulsively switch homes for the holiday. Iris moves into Amanda's LA house in sunny California as Amanda arrives in a snow-covered English countryside. Shortly after arriving at their destinations, both women find the last thing either of them expects, a new romance. Amanda is charmed by Iris's handsome brother, Graham, played by Jude Law, and Iris, with an inspiration provided by legendary screenwriter Arthur, mends her heart when she meets film composer Miles, played by Jack Black. So, may end up actually watching it now that I own it, because why not? But yeah, The Breakfast Club. So yeah, if you don't know this movie, I think everybody knows about, has heard about this movie, or heard of this movie by now. But yeah, this right here is a classic. This is the 30th anniversary edition. Not sure what that means. It probably has some special bonus features on it. I love this movie. It still holds up today, I think. A lot of the same issues that plague the teenage life back in the 80s is still relevant today. But it's got an all-star cast. It might be an all-star cast right there. Emilio! So we got from writer-director John Hughes, who did 16 Candles, Weird Science, a bunch of other movies in the 80s. Comes The Breakfast Club, an iconic portrait of 1980s American high school life. When Saturday detention started, they were simply the jock, the princess, the brain, the criminal, and the basket case. But by the afternoon, they had become closer than any of them could have imagined. Featuring an all-star cast, an all-star 80s cast, they think the same thing. All-star 80s cast, including Emilio Estevez, Anthony Michael Hall, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, and Ali Sheedy. This warm-hearted coming-of-age comedy helped define an entire generation, and I still think it, like I said, is still very relevant today. Great movie. Surprised I never owned this movie prior. Also, I have to, I messed up previously. The Krampus was actually bought at Walmart, not the Dollar Tree. But yeah, my girlfriend just informed me we got Krampus at the Dollar Tree. I mean, at Walmart. At Walmart. This was $5 at Walmart. Last but certainly not least, I got one movie at Five Below. Again, $5. And I've been wanting to add this to my collection for a while. We've got Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the live-action Jim Carrey and Ron Howard directed movie. So, yeah. I guess I'll explain what the synopsis is, even though I think everybody kind of knows about, the Grinch, how the Grinch stole Christmas at this point. But let's see. Discover the magic of the mean one this holiday season. Oscar-winning director Ron Howard and Oscar-winning producer Brian Grazer bring Christmas' best-loved grump to life with the help of the irrepressible Jim Carrey as the Grinch. The Grinch is a celebration of the holiday spirit no home should be without. Why is the Grinch such a grouch? No one seems to know until little Cindy Lou Who, played by Taylor Momsen, takes matters into her own hands and turns both Whoville and the Grinch's world upside down, inside out, and funny side up in her search for the true meaning of Christmas. So, I love this movie. I love the original cartoon too, and I absolutely love this movie. I think Jim Carrey was the perfect casting for the Grinch. And I'm a little biased because I love Jim Carrey, but that's a great movie. Such a great movie. But yeah, that was the last one. That was Five Below. And that will conclude this video. Thank you again for joining me for this, little haul of DVDs and mostly DVDs, but there's some Blu-ray and some movies. It's movie haul. I appreciate you coming back and watching the video if you got this far. If you haven't, if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more, you want to, keep up with upcoming videos, go ahead and subscribe. Like this video if you enjoyed it. I appreciate it. I'm just having fun, talking about movies and sharing some of my recent movie purchases. And I hope to be back soon with some more movies. I also want to know, what would you like to see? Would you like to see some movie reviews? Would you like to see, what would you like to see? If you have any suggestions for videos I can make, I still have my DVD collection, my DVD Blu-ray collection videos coming up. It's just with recent purchases and stuff like that I wanted to make videos of so that I can get them all organized and put away and everything like that I want to get those out first. But those are coming soon. Again, just anything that you would like to see, go ahead and give me a comment and let me know if you bought any movies this week or recently. And I'll see you next time.